Hey, everybody. Welcome to Making Connections with Aly. Of course, this is your girl, Aly, and I hope everybody's having a great day. It's a beautiful day outside. It's been a busy day already. Feel like I've been running since 7 o'clock this morning, and probably Felicia does too. So, we want to introduce you. She's been on the show before, but not since we've been on this format. So I definitely want to have Felicia Rivers come on and introduce herself. You can see she is Miss Geechee One, and she is of Geechee One Films, and she does a lot of stuff. She's a businesswoman, and she is a magnificent producer. And so, Miss Felicia, if you introduce yourself to our family.
Hello, I'm Felicia Rivers with Geechee One Films, Geechee One Magazine, based out here in Charleston, South Carolina. And we got a lot going on.
A lot going on. So you're actually at a cookout for the cast. You said today, right?
Yeah, we're doing a cookout out here. So it's only me and my kids right now. So we're still getting the ice, getting everything together. So
Cool,
I'm eating
cool.
chips, so I don't know.
So, well, let's go on and get into this. So, how did you even get started in films and magazine and all this stuff? How did you know that that was something you were passionate about? Do you write your the films as well? In
Yes,
school?
I direct, write, produce. I started writing when I was in elementary, like first grade, doing little plays, stuff like that. Hoping my background's not too loud. I am by the park. I don't know, but started out when I was little. I even started my own kids club when I was in elementary school. Um, and I started the magazine first as a platinum for my stories and stuff like that. So I've been doing the magazine for 16 years, and I've been
Wow.
doing the films for 3 years. So we just started doing film 3 years ago, and we got the deal with Maverick Entertainment last year. So they liked some of the films, and they picked up some of the films. And the first film is Trapflix Party, which is on Tubi right now, which is our first kickoff, and then we have some more films coming in the fall that are full lengths that'll be on other platforms, not just Tubi, but like because they said it's going to be a lot of platforms, but we're on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Fandango, Voodoo, Hopla, some other ones too. I was looking around, so it's on a lot of different platforms.
Oh, that's neat. That is so cool. So, so when you started writing though, I know gosh, you said you've been doing the magazine for 16 years. How
Mhm.
often do you produce it?
But they were it was by month, but was it, yeah, every 2 months, but this year I sort of slowed down because I am focused more on the films. So it's quarterly, so like 4 issues a year. But I'm trying to bring it back. So I have a team. I'm trying to actually come out more often now, but it was every 2 months.
Okay, cool. So, I know there's different people that I've heard they always thought about starting a magazine, and I had taken a class one time, but I was like, I know I don't have time to put this to it. So, do
Mhm.
you write all of the articles, or did you you know collaborate with other people to do certain articles? Is it all about Geechee, or what is the magazine
Oh
about?
no. Well, it's about everything. To educate, inform, and entertain is our motto. So everything. It did go a little bit more music because I guess a lot of people were looking for an outlet for their music.
Mm,
So that's something that which actually I don't, appreciate, because again, I know everybody's like Geechee should be about culture, and it's not sort of about culture, but it is about culture because what we
right.
live now, this is our culture. This, some of the stuff that we go through isn't, school culture, but what we're living now, this is the culture, 2021, this culture that we're living. And
Exactly.
but so I get a lot of people like, it should be, somebody drawing hats, and I get it because that's the old school culture of, when you think of Charleston, you think of the slave market, you think of the plantations, you think of like I said, my family's from Wamala Island, so like, you think of the old school. So I wouldn't be more old school. I feel we'll be more up to date. What's going on now? These are the people doing stuff now. This is what's going on in the world now. And it's bigger than just music. So you have poetry. Poetry can be anything too. So poetry, stories,
Yeah.
people, lifestyle. This is part of our culture. So, that's why I said it focuses on everything. So that's why I said I originally started doing it myself, and then I just don't have the time. So I do have a cast of people. I did just elect a new managing editor. Her name is Shana Cristal, and I do have my partner. His name is Isaac Hilton. So, but he's not more on the magazine side. He does help me with the films, and he's more like he does the dog. He breeds dogs. So we have puppies and stuff like that too. So
Wow.
American bullies. We have American bullies. So we do have and we actually brought us a little acre of land that we brought. So we're trying to clear that off. And once we clear that off, that might be a year or two, whatever. But we're gonna make that our studio.
Oh, that's cool. Now that's
Or
really
build a studio on that land. So yeah, so we did our land. We own land in the state of South Carolina. It's called in Cross. Again, it takes time because we got to cut all the trees down, and we actually filmed on the land too. It's a film called Geeshland, and it's like these missionaries are looking for the church people, and they're like hunting them on land. So I was like, you know what, we got this land, let's go ahead and shoot them. So we did that, and I'm gonna add on to it. So I don't know when that's gonna come out because I did that part already, but then I was like, you know what, let's add on to it. So my imagination is out there.
I bet that is hard. Like, people who are creative, you always have like thoughts coming and ideas. How do you know like which one to start with, or you know what I mean? How to process which one or which one
I don't know.
in the season?
I don't know. I just debate because like even right now, actually we're in the middle of 6. So we're in the middle of Black Mermaids. Actually, I'm taking a break from filming, but we're filming next month because somebody hired me to film their film. But the next time we film is July. July, we're filming. I wrote it like a series, but we might make it a movie. But it's called Black Mermaids. It is based on the Haitian. Oh, yep. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in this. Yeah, I know. I just got your text, but it's based on the Haitian folk tale about the mermaids. Have you ever heard about the folk tale of the Haitian mermaid?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so basically they come out and they lure you into the water. They don't kill you, but they lure you into the water and you can breathe on the water and they have you kidnapped. They kidnap you and put you underwater. So it's based on that concept, but I just made up my own stuff around
it. Oh, cool. So that really is a folklore though around there?
Yeah, like let's look at it. If you look up Haitian mermaids, you'll see actually they have names and all kind of stuff, but I'm not basing it on that. I'm just a little bit of a concept of that. And it's like there's a couple going to resorts. I'm not even saying where it's at. I'm saying a resort, and they're the only ones there, and they brought their brother, and he meets this mermaid, but she's land, they have legs, so he meets this woman and she's like, bring me something back, and he goes and he gets kidnapped. So it's like it's a series. Wow. So that's a series. Then I got the Black and Blue Tears, and that's about not all about brutality, but it has that in there because I want to have it where how everybody not everybody, but some people think the police is bad. So it's a story where they thinking that the police are bad, and there are some bad things that some police do, but there are some good police. So it follows the kids from when they're little to when they're high school to when they're older. One does get killed by the police, accidentally killed because he had a mental issue. So they do kill him, and then you have everybody mad about that. And but their coach actually ends up being a police officer, and they don't really trust him at first, but then he's a good cop. So and then one of them decides that he wants to be a cop because he wants to be one of the gay guys. So that then I have one about I have a whole bunch. I have a bunch of stories.
I see, and I know last time you were on the show. I mean, you just had so many things in the works. So you're a mother, and how do you do everything? How do you get it done?
Well, I guess it's having like a strong support system. Um, like I said, I have a partner, I have kids, I have people. My kids are here. Some they were just here. I guess they went on water park someplace. My children well, two of my kids were right here, but they just here somewhere. But I don't know. Like, I mean, I think you do make sacrifices because you're hoping that one day this will blow up. That's
Right.
what so some things you can't, people, because a lot of people expect you to be 2,000 people or they expect you not to have a heart, a life, or whatever. But because like this year, my goal is to travel. So I know, what's this? We go back and forth from Atlanta all the time, but I know next month we're going to Brooklyn. So June 12th, June 13th, we'll be in Brooklyn for the Carefree Black Girl Cookout. And then I have that Sunday, we're going to do an interview at Times Square. I'm going to have my billboard again in Times Square.
Oh,
And then I'm going to do
cool.
an interview out there. And then where else we're doing in June? June is that. Oh, they were nominated for 5 awards in Atlanta. Not Atlanta, Alabama. We're nominated for the On Point Networks Awards. 5, what is that? 5 categories. So I'm up for Best Director, Best Short Film, Tiffany the Doll, Best Film, Trap Flicks Party. For the Love of Be Bad is a series that we do produce, so they're nominated, and it's something else. Oh, Best Film Company, Geechee One Films. So we're nominated for 5 awards in Alabama. So that's on the 19th of June. And in July, we have an actors retreat in Miami. So we're going to Miami. Something else in July too. I just can't think of it, but I know that. And then August we'll be back in Atlanta. We're shooting Zombie Cheerleaders in Atlanta. And then with Nikki Natural from Love and Hip Hop, I have her in another. She's in 2 other movies I just did, and now I got her in another movie. And then in August, is it August? What are we doing in August? I don't know. No, August is August is Atlanta. And then September is my birthday month. I made my own Geechee one day, which is September 4th. But where are we going? We'll be in Chicago on the 5th and the 6th. I'm an actress as well. So I do play Sonya Slick in The Wizard 2. They did like a whole like hip hop remake of The Wiz.
Oh
So I'm
yeah.
in The Wiz 2. I'm acting, and it's not my production, but I'm acting in that. And the red carpet is September 5th in Chicago. So that weekend I'll be in Chicago. And the week after that, we're supposed to be going to LA and Vegas. And I think that's it for now, unless we make this HBO competition, which I'm hoping. So I'm submitting one of my films to the HBO competition. So hope that makes it, and then might be part of this big film festival, which will be back in Miami in November.
Oh wow, that's exciting.
So you never know, but you can't, you just plan because you never know what tomorrow brings.
Exactly. So when you were starting to do your films, like how did you get started? Like what was I mean, did you like rent out a place to and just kind of make the scenes happen where you were? How did it start off?
I mean, I guess I started doing I was writing a series first with a script. So if you go on YouTube, it's called the Geechee One Chronicles. So I did start with the Geechee One Chronicles. And actually people liked it. They was like they didn't understand. Like they were short, but they were like, oh, you watch one and then you went, oh, what's the next one? What's the next one? What's the next one? So that's when we first started the series. Actually, I like that series. The second series I started was called What About Your Friends? We were actually honored in Atlanta and everything at the Atlanta Actors Awards. They got us on stage, all that. And I actually liked it. A lot of people was like, it's about to blow up. I stopped it, and one of the reasons why I stopped it is, I guess, because some of the actors' heads got really big to me. And I'm trying to, like, we haven't done that. Even with us being on Tubi, even with us now, it's like, we haven't accomplished anything. That's how I feel. Until we make a whole bunch of money and we all balling, then everybody's still struggling. We're all still struggling. We're all still trying to make it. And it's like people's heads get big and they start acting funny. And it's like, because I think what it is when you do stuff like this, you're a team. So if I have you as an actress on the team and people are used to seeing you, Miss Aly, and then next day you be like, well, I'm better than everybody because everybody watched the show because of me. And then
Oh yeah.
you give that negative energy. And yeah, I don't like that negative energy. So that negative energy would get, I mean, I guess I could have just recast, which I know, but I just was like, let me just put it down for a little second. And then with a movie, once you finish the movie, you can just go away. But the series, you got to try to deal with some of the same, because and people don't understand, you
Right.
invest so much money, time. You invest the money in the promotion. You invest the money in promoting this stuff. You invest the money, like you said, written out a building, written out stuff, getting flyers made. You invest all this money, and then you have somebody who just act like you're not nothing or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you should be happy I'm in your stuff. Like which you are appreciative. You are very appreciative of
Right.
everybody who does your film that works with you, but nobody should treat you like you're beneath them.
But I think
And I
that
hope I don't come.
I
Go
think that
ahead.
appreciation should be reciprocal. I'm thankful you're here to, make my vision come alive, but without this vision, you may have not have had opportunity. So I think that the appreciation has to be reciprocal because, look, you've put so many people in films and, given them opportunities to, who nobody knew, and you're the one who's given them the opportunity to grow and to learn and be able to be in the posture and in the place that when these big production movies call and things like that. So it has to be reciprocal. We're all
Correct.
important.
Correct. And then you can use this for your IMB. I give IMDb. If you work with me, you can actually look them up. It's a national actors database. All the famous people are on there, so we're on there too. We're somebody. So it's some people actually just work for that, because if you look at mine, I have 30 credits. I have 30 director credits. So it's like, wow, who is this person? So we're giving IMDb credits. Also, if you're in the films and you have scenes, some people what they do is called a reel, which is like a video resume. Say if you were looking for an
Mhm.
actress, you'll be like, okay, let me see your reel, and they'll show you the reel so you can see how they look, how they act, how they respond, and people get booked off those reels. Like I have gotten paid, like actually paid to put casting calls together. I had a guy come from Savannah. He said, I'm looking for some actors. And we put a whole casting call together. He paid me and everything. He paid for it, paid for the venue, everything. And what I noticed was, and I hope none of them, they hope they don't take offense, but a lot of the actors aren't ready for that kind of, like, they're not. One girl showed up hair, like we was talking, not like good. Me and my assistant, at the time, Stella, she was just like, we were talking good about this girl. Like, you're looking for somebody nice, pretty. So she shows up, her hair's all tangled up, ripped up shirt. It's looking like she just woke up. Hey, I'm here for the audition. And this man is paying y'all. This is a job. He's about to pay you to be in his movie, and
Right.
he's looking for, the lead beautiful actress. And you show up. Well, I know Felicia. That's what she was saying. I know Felicia. This man, his whole head dropped, like,
Mm,
and I'm just like, wow. And it's like,
right. And it's
keep
different if
saying,
you're coming
Felicia.
like if you're looking for a specific part and you come in character, but if that's not the character and that's not how the characters should look, then yeah, that's not good.
Because that's your first impression. You're looking for a beautiful woman to play your lead, and they just show up. They show up how my hair look right now, and just be like, "Hey, I'm here for the part." What? That's not what he's looking for. Um, he ended up picking. He did pick two of the young men that came out, and the lead actors, he got from people who actually sent their reels in.
Hmm.
So the leads he got, the lead, and the leads he got from the actors who sent their reels. He liked their reels. The reels showed it, show their acting ability. He casted those as his leads. Now he did one. He shot it. He shot like a mini, maybe a couple scenes. I guess he didn't like it, so he ended up redoing it and recasting. He used the same leads he liked, and he replaced the other ones. And then I was trying to talk to them to see what happened with that. And I know one of the young ladies was telling me, what she say? No, she didn't. What I got from it is some of the actors like to tell you what to do. And I noticed that too. Some of the directors don't like that. When you come on your set, I understand giving feedback. I know I'm talking, you're like, this girl is right. But that's like me coming on your show and be like, you need to do this way, or you need to do that. I'm like, hold up, this is my show. Like, so I know he recasted those people, and I get it because they like to come in. There's some people that like to come and take over. Now they don't have no background of what they're doing, but they want to take over. But when you take over somebody else's vision, it's no longer their vision, it's your vision. Then you get mad when they don't want to invest no money in it. Because like I said, that's what happened, not happened before, but that could have happened. Well, I just walked away from it because, again, once I lose the energy for it, I don't want to do it anymore. So it's like, it's no longer my vision. It's somebody else's vision. So if it's somebody else's vision, I don't want to do it.
I don't know why. I mean, well, I have my opinion, but anyway, but I don't know why people don't understand that, because it would be the same thing if it was their vision. I mean, you come on site and you come to audition, but you really don't know the director's overall vision. You're just coming, with the small piece that but you don't really know how the movements are going to be, how the interactions with everybody else is going to be. So, sometimes you have to wait and get that direction. And like you said, it's cool to give a little feedback, sometimes when you're in the moment and you're like, well, maybe just this movement, or maybe, some, little feedback, but a takeover, that's completely different.
But I don't think they think that. Then my thing is, when you're dealing with various actors, then, one person gives, hey, we should do this. And then another person, hey, let's do this. And now you got like 10 people. And it's like, hold up, you got 20. Everybody's a director. Like, and it's, now you're like confused because it's like, hold up. So, but that's one of the reasons why, like I said, I like doing the web series. I stopped doing it because it's just that negative energy from some, not all of them. That's why I said at the end of the day, some people watch this, like, okay, some of that, and it was like you ever walk into a room and it was like a cloud, and it's like, I should have to feel that cloud on something that I'm spending all my money on.
Right.
Right. So that's why I was like, that was one of the reasons why I stopped doing it. Picking back up a Black Mermaid, we got a different cast of people. I'm gonna see how, everybody seems pretty cool. Everybody seems pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes. Like some of those older actors that I'm talking about, some of them, I guess they're not in my stuff, or they just,
I think about that even like at work sometimes, when you have a project and, one person's, pointing at somebody else, what they didn't or didn't do. I mean, overall, we have to come together as a team and make this work. I know each person has their specialty or what have you, but if we look better together as a team, when we present this, we're going to either get more assignments, more work. So, when you're come together because when I'm watching a film, I like to be a believer. I like to be able to see that person and be like, oh, I'm with this family. That's a real family. They're so cool, But if you have that negative energy, you can tell there's a disconnect.
I mean, and sometimes it might work because they really don't like each other. You can see it on set. Like, oh, they doing real. No, they really don't like each other. But that's all. It just, I don't know. That's why I said I walked away from it because of the certain people. And so with the film, it's like once you finish the film, it's over. We can do part 2. We can replace people, whatever. But so that's why I said I'm thinking about what the Black Mermaid is. Like I said, I'm writing it sort of like it's a series, but everybody that I casted right now, they all seem pretty awesome, so it's, the storyline is awesome too. So it's, I just, cool. anybody with negativity, just, cause you try to work with people and like I said, I have some of the negative things that I have, like right now would be, like I have a group of extras and it's like 30 something people in the extras and only 2 show up. So I'm
Oh
like,
wow.
is the rest of these people just being nosy? I mean, why y'all in the, you know what I'm saying? Like, I should have to keep posting. We need extras when there's a group of extras, but that just never show
Right.
up. So it
Right.
just comes off like they're nosy or something. Like y'all just want to know what's going on, but where y'all,
So
it's always an excuse, always an excuse.
so
And
what
I
would
don't just
you
shoot like tomorrow we're shooting. I'm like, no, the next time we're filming is this date. Like, in advance. Like right now, everybody knows in advance when we're filming. The next time that I'm filming is July. I don't even need extras in July. The next time that I need extras is I'm shooting this guy's movie, so we need extras for the 26th of June. And it's not my film, so that's why I keep trying to push, because it's not my film, but I am, I guess, being paid to direct it. So
right.
I think it's little bugs out here. But but it's like, why be in a group or why say you're part of something and you never show up?
Right. Right. So, for people who, might be thinking about, showing up for a casting call or,
Mhm.
trying to get into acting and things like that, what would be some advice that you would give?
If this is something you love to do, then jump on it. There's a lot of different opportunities everywhere. Actually, there's groups. Like I said, I've connected with so many people off Facebook being in groups. So I'm. You might see my head a little bit. Someone's texting me, so I had to flip it back real quick.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but there's always like, I mean, that's how I got on Amazon Prime, being in a group. Um, that's how I probably got this Maverick deal, being in a group. Like I said, I casted Nikki from one of my movies. I have a young lady out of Tennessee. She was like, "Will you be my mentor?" I'm like, "Okay." And then she calls me. She's like, "You have anybody that that's a B-list celebrity?" And I told her about Nikki, and she casted Nikki, and she told me about Big V from Nappy Roots. So now Big V from Nappy Roots is working with us too. So um, Facebook is an awesome connection, in networking and and stuff like that. You
Right.
can do that at the house. Like right now, I mean, I met you off here.
So, do when people are in your film, do you prefer some acting skills, or are you willing to, take some time and teach them what,
Well, we do
what they
both.
need to do?
Yeah, we do both. So we have some people that are just raw, and that's cool. As long as we know that you're raw, and then you can take direct.
Uh-oh, we lost Miss Felicia. So, guys, we are gonna text her real quick, but we are talking to Miss Felicia Rivers of Geechee One Films. She's actually out preparing for a picnic for the cast. So let me text her real quick. You know how that is. Sometimes you're talking and you think you're still there. You're like, oh wait, what happened? But we this is Making Connections with Aly. We're here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. And again, we've been talking. There she is, Miss Felicia. She's back.
Yeah, I think I flipped the screen or something, but like I said, it's what are we saying? Um,
You do both. You take seasoned actors and you teach as well.
yeah, we do like coaching on set with some people, and you can actually tell that if you look at some of the past work and some of the stuff that we do now, you could tell. Oh my goodness, they got better. Or you can just could tell a lot, like from where we're at to where we're at now. But I do see the difference in actually getting seasoned actors,
Hmm.
because it makes it a lot easier on set. Um, when you're trying to train somebody, then it's like you gotta stop, you gotta say it this way, do it again, say it this way. Now some of them they do get stressed out because if it's not said right, then they gotta add. Like I had one guy, he was like really bashing me because he's like, I took his lines. Now we're from Charleston, so we do have like an accent. But I don't
Hmm.
know if it was a Charleston accent he got or not, but I couldn't understand him. So the line is, I forgot what the line was, but he kept saying something. So I said, okay, slow down, stop, because that line is really important. Like some lines you got to say that are very important,
Right.
because sometimes I do leave leeway for a part two. So you have to say certain things. So after like 10 attempts, as I gave the line to somebody else, And he was one of those people that got upset. He's like, she took my lines from me. She didn't want me to be a lead. No, you don't show up like you're supposed to. Because one of the other film he was supposed to be, the same guy, he didn't show up. Like, he didn't show up. Then he said, oh, I told another actor I couldn't make it. But you didn't tell me. First, you didn't tell me.
Right.
Then when I tried it out again, he couldn't say it. It was the way he talks, he couldn't say the word correctly. And it's like, you got to understand where we're filming. Even though we're from Charleston and we have an accent, certain things have to be sort of said clearly, or people are not going to know what you're saying.
Right.
And it's not me. We can do a whole Geechee.
Yes, the meaning.
I don't know if you ever heard of Geechee, like, and that Geechee accent, we can do it now. What up over there now? We go across that water, and like, I can do that. But I know some people don't understand what I'm saying.
Right.
Or some people think it's Jamaican.
Like, and like you said, there are certain lines that kind of lead to something else, or that plant that seed in your mind is like, oh, maybe they weren't the ones that did it, So there are certain things that you hear in the movies that perk you. You're like, uh-oh, now what's coming next? So, you need it to be understood. So I get that.
But then you have people like that particular person. He was bashing me. He was bashing another director. He just was like, we don't want to give him lead roles on purpose. Like, but my thing is, I tried to give you a lead role. You didn't show up. Like, I guess he wanted me to cancel the whole day because he didn't show up. No, we're not going to cancel. I'm going to keep going. Like, people be like
said,
that's how they.
People don't understand, like you're saying, this is your money. I mean, you have rented this place, the facility, you've got props in place, you've been there early setting up.
I hire a director of photography. What I do is I do everything but film and edit. So I cast, I put everybody in place, we rehearse with you, we tell you what to say, blah, 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 but I don't. So when you come on set, I have somebody that I have to pay to film you. And the two people that I use right now, J. Paul, he's from Augusta. So if he comes from Augusta, he's not going to, oh, so-and-so didn't show up today, let's do this tomorrow. What?
Right. That doesn't work.
But some of them think, right? They be like, well, and my thing is, if you have an issue, you say something in advance. So that's why my partner was saying we need to do like a plan B, plan C backups. And I get that point too. That is a good point. But my thing about doing a backup is I look at it as an actor. If I'm a backup, I'll be upset if I took off from work. I'll be upset if I plan my whole life and then I show up I don't get to be in it. I'll be kind of mad.
Right. Because then you've already set that schedule in place. And then if you keep switching the schedule, then that's not working for other people. So, to switch around for one person, yeah, that's not good.
And if you do it for that one person, then you have 4 other people, or you do this for, and it can't, that doesn't work that way. So, I mean, the plan B, the understudy thing is awesome. Like when we're doing a table read, when we're filming, once you've put them on film, they're on film. I can't, if I replace them, I got to go back and reshoot those scenes again. And again, that's, time, more time and energy, especially if you rented a spot. Like sometimes you rent, like I do rent NRBs. We shoot at different locations. So then I got to get all the same cast together. Then they might have to wear the same clothes again. Their outfit got to be the same. The makeup got to be the same. Because if it's the same day, then,
Right.
It makes it really difficult.
Do you have a stylist on site when you're doing this hair and makeup?
We do sometimes. Just depends on what set. Like when we went to Atlanta, we had they came from New Orleans. Actually, it came down from New Orleans. One girl did makeup, the other girl did hair. They were awesome. I was trying to get them to come to Charleston, but I guess what they do is they take Spirit. I guess Spirit is really affordable, but Spirit doesn't come to Charleston. So she was like, they got to go to Myrtle Beach, then they got to drive from Myrtle Beach. So I was like, well, whenever we film in, like someplace like Charlotte or something like that, or go back to Atlanta, she'll show up. But here I got a couple people here as well. I do got a couple of people here that do makeup a little bit. Stylish really. When we did the African film King Amir, she actually made some of those clothes. Like those clothes were
Wow.
handmade. For the African and the princess and the queen and the people.
Hmm.
Those were made by Miss Shirley Daly actually. So, and then she
Cool.
actually has clothes. She has like all kind of clothes. She can do it all. So, and then we do have some people that sponsor clothes. The Curvy Queen, which is my friend Latasha, and I met her. I did a plus size pageant. I didn't win, but I met her and a couple of other awesome. I didn't do it to win. I did it for fun. But
Cool.
um, but I, but she has like the Curvy Queen, and they have accessories, necklaces, and they did give us a whole bunch of stuff for the actors to wear. Um, 1670, which is based here in Charleston, but they moved to Atlanta. He does like shirts, outfits, Fish and Grits, which is FUSH and Grits spelled with a U. Um, for the last film, we did like a movie about these ladies in a crazy house, so they all had on his shirts in the crazy house.
Oh, cool. Neat. So tell me a little bit about your what you have on Tubi right now, Trap Flicks Party.
So Traffic's Party is like 4 stories in one. So the first story is Tiffany the doll. It's about a couple, a male and a female. They're in a relationship with a doll, and the female has an issue. We're actually making that a full length too. So next
Oh,
year, the
cool.
year after, that's going to be a full length because people like it so much. But the doll ends up coming to life at the end. So you know, it's really good. Second one was what's the second one? Love Bomb. Love Bomb is Dina was waiting for her man to get out of jail. He finally gets out of jail. He's jealous of her. He ends up setting her up. Her homegirl comes and kills him.
Hmm.
The third one is King Amir, the one I was telling you about. The king, he banishes the queen. Um, and then you have some thieves trying to steal from the king, and the queen comes and saves them. So that's like a little fantasy one. And then Untimely was about starts with the kids actually saying like horror stories, and the babysitter ends up getting killed. They come back for her funeral, and then somebody starts killing them. So
Ah.
there's a twist in there, so you have to watch it. So like I said, I do everything. We do horror, drama, love. I do everything. We got kids movies. We do everything.
So how long did it take you to put Trap Flicks together all together to get that final product?
With the 4 stories, I mean, maybe a year because we shot 4 different stories, so probably like a year.
Okay, cool. And where was that filmed at? In South Carolina?
Uh, yeah, they all. I'm trying to make sure off the top of my head. Yep, they are. No, well, yeah, they all were filmed in Charleston. La Bomba was shot in Columbia.
Cool. And it's out on Tubi, Amazon Prime, and
Yes,
Fandango.
Tubi, Amazon Prime, Fandango, Voodoo, Hoopla. It's on a lot of different platforms. Maverick, if you go to Maverick site, it's on there too. It's on a lot of different platforms. It's called Trapflix Party. If you go to blacknews.com, all the way to the bottom, you'll see me on there as well. They did an interview on blacknews.com. When they first put it up, I was at the top, but it's like a week and a half ago, so now I'm at the bottom. But I've been on, and I did interviews with Fox News, CBS, TBS, blacknews.com, New York Weekly, the Chicago Journal, Miami Wire. There's another one too. So we did a lot of different like interviews and promotion and press releases and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. I love it. And you have your oh gosh, what's it called again? In Times Square? What's it called? Oh,
But yeah, we did a billboard
yeah.
last year, September in Times Square. And then we have another one that's gonna be up when we go to New York next month. But I'm debating on what to put on there. I don't know.
That,
I don't know
that's
what to put on
cool.
there.
I love it. So you got a lot of stuff going on. You're moving and shaking and from city to city. So what if somebody wanted to contact you to come direct something or do a casting call or just, come sit with them and give them some advice about, a project they have going on? Where would they reach you?
They can hit me on Facebook, Felicia Rivers. We do have a website. My website needs to be updated, but the website is geechee1.com, but it needs to be updated. We're on Instagram. I'm on Twitter, but I don't be on Twitter. So I need to.
Mhm.
I know somebody hit me up the other day about Twitter. I was like, I really don't even be on Instagram, but I was like, let me jump on Instagram a little bit. So I guess people care about it really a lot more than Facebook now, I guess.
There's so many different platforms to be on and to keep up with.
Yeah, that's why I said to him, I had to hire, I have an assistant, so, but I run my own pages as of
Mhm.
right now.
Girl, as of right now, you about to get busy.
Yeah.
Well,
So,
hang in there with us for a minute. I'm gonna go to a quick break, and when we come back, just want to give you an opportunity to either leave a word of encouragement or some advice for people who are trying to get into this business. You know, what are some first steps they should take, and again, remind people how they can follow you. So stay with us. We will be right back.
Thank you for being such a wonderful listening audience, whether you were listening live or on the replay. And don't forget to like our Facebook page, Making Connections with Aly and Shay, so that you can get notified every time we go live. Do you have a burning message to share with the audience? Contact Alicia Johnson at info@aliciajohnson.com. That's info@ALYSSIAJOHNSON.com with your topic idea and your message to be booked on the show. And if you're an inspirational speaker or a motivator or simply seeking a platform to share your message, contact Miss Alicia Johnson at info@aliciajohnson.com. That's info@ALYSSIAJOHNSON.com to be considered for 30 to 60 minutes of weekly airtime right here on the Making Connections Network. Again, contact Alicia Johnson at info@aliciajohnson.com. That's info@ALYSSIAJOHNSON.com to be considered for 30 to 60 minutes of weekly airtime, your own radio show right here on the Making Connections Network.
Hey, everybody, welcome back. This is Making Connections with Aly. And I just kind of wanted to also remind you guys that there's some events going on. It's Memorial Day weekend on Monday, no, today, from 2 to 6, there's a Memorial Day cookout. It says Food Truck Fun Day, and it is in Charlotte, 6700 Wilkinson Boulevard. Belmont is actually the location. I got it all wrong. So 6700 Wilkinson Boulevard in Belmont. It's a Memorial Day celebration. It's from 2 to 6. Mr. Excitement will be there. DJ Bless will be there. You know, those guys are always in the community and having things. Don't forget about the prayer vigil that's going on June 4th. Charles Robertson, and he is partnered with several different organizations. One being Another Chance House of Refuge, who you know, guys, is Shakita Malloy, who's with us every third Monday. But the prayer vigil is on June 4th from 4 to 7. And they are also giving out shoes. I think it's about 500 pairs of shoes they're giving out. I think there's going to be food, and the giving of the shoes actually happens on Saturday, June the 5th. So, you know, it's like back to back events, and that is Bread of Life Church, the community hub, 1245 Tom Hunter Road, and that is in Charlotte. I think there's a first responder Stop the Violence appreciation today also as well. And that is in Salisbury. So see, there's stuff going on all around the Triad area. Miss Carrie Ann, who's with us every first Monday, who will be with us not this Monday, but next Monday, she's got a challenge coming up, like a 21-day challenge. We know that JT, who's on every fourth Monday, he's dropping releases, poetry. I think you can find him JT Poet JT, and he's on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube. I think his latest release might be Love 2.0. Let's see. And another chance, Shakita again. She just opened last weekend her men's transitional house, and so she's still taking applications. And she's with us every. I think she's with us every third Monday on the Pure Wisdom Prophetic Corner. So we got all kinds of stuff going on, and we absolutely love to promote and try to tell people what's going on. And if you're still, now that it's getting a little warmer, Unity Zoom Yoga and Taylor Raleigh Boxing, they're doing things out in the community. I think it's on June 5th. They're going to be out at the lake. So you got to, follow these pages, get in touch with these people. They still have some virtual classes going on. I have to get with them and get the update, but they still do virtual classes if you can't be there. They're out in the park, they hike. They're all about movement and about living well and about connections and coming together. So that is Unity Zoom Yoga, Carolyn Crow, and Taylor Riley Boxing, of course, with Taylor Riley. So all kinds of stuff going on. But I want to thank Miss Felicia for being with us today. Don't forget to check her out on Tubi, Amazon Prime, Vudu, Fandango. She's on YouTube. She's got some clips on YouTube. I think Lakita sent me a clip from YouTube the other day. She's everywhere. And so I'm going to give her an opportunity before we leave today, just to, give those last words of encouragement or last words of advice or whatever she feels led to say. Miss Felicia?
All right. Well, thank y'all so much. Like I tell everybody, just stay positive. Tomorrow's not promised. Just reach for your goals. I mean, that's basically it. And I guess thank you, Mr. Coleman, for setting this up. That was awesome.
Yes. It's Jonathan's birthday today, so shout out to Jonathan Coleman, some guy named Jay. Happy birthday!
I didn't know it was his birthday. Okay, I hope he's having a party. We should have invited him so he could have came in.
Oh yeah, that would have been good for his birthday. You have to reach out to him and see what he's doing.
Yeah, but I think he's in Charlotte, so I don't think he might drive that 3 hours time to get here to Cookout building.
But again, thank you for being on the show and for sharing your gift and all the good stuff that you have going on. And hopefully, maybe from these interviews, you'll find some new extras who really want to be extra, or leads who want to be able to learn because they really do want to be a part of this business. So they want to learn and be the best that they can be and reciprocate the appreciation.
And that would be awesome. So again, like I said, you can hit me up at 843-628-9994. Felicia Geechee1 Rivers on Facebook, Geechee1 GEECEOE on Instagram, Twitter. We're here.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, and thank you guys for tuning in. Like I said in the beginning, we're here every Saturday at 12 noon and every Monday at 2 p.m. We so appreciate your support. Just had our 3rd year anniversary, so excited about all the good stuff that's going to be happening. Maybe if when Felicia's in the Charlotte area, we can get there and get on site. So and see what's going on behind the scenes. But appreciate you guys for the support, and thank you again, Felicia. Happy birthday, Jonathan Coleman. And until next time, as always, we're leaving you with love, positivity, and good vibes. Have a good day, everyone.
All right, bye-bye.